In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the motor in a DeWALT cordless hammer drill. The motor provides power to your DeWALT cordless hammer drill. The most common problem you'll have with the motor will be damage caused by overloading. When this occurs, you'll commonly see smoke come from the motor and out the side vents on the drill. Another problem related to the motor can be worn brushes. The brushes are actually serviceable separate from the motor. Replacing the motor is easy to do, and I'm going to show you how. Motors, as well as many other parts, can be found on our website. Let's get started. We'll begin by removing the battery. The rear cap is secured to the housing with 4 screws. I'll remove those. Now remove the 4 screws that secure the gearbox assembly to the housings. Now remove the remainder of the screws that secure the housings. With the housing removed, now I have access to the motor, transmission, and switch assemblies. Now I can remove the motor. I'll go ahead and remove the wire leads from the brushes. And then the motor will simply separate from the transmission. Now we need to change over these plastic housings to the new motor, but we need to make sure that we get the motor oriented properly. You'll notice on each motor that there's a little arrow, and that should point up, and also a positive polarity sign. We want to make sure that we get that in the same location. So I'll pull the housings off and install them onto the new motor. I'll take a minute and clean this up. I'll slide the new motor into the plastic housing that I just cleaned up. You'll notice this hole on the motor. That's going to line up with a tab inside the housing. Those will lock together, like that. Then this fin just slides underneath the bottom of the motor. Now line up the motor gear with the gears inside the transmission. When you're done, the gear shift lever should be on the top half of the motor. Now I'll place the motor and transmission assembly back into the motor housing. Make sure it lines up with the housings. It'll kind of snap in place when everything's aligned. There we go. And I'll replace the wire leads. Now replace the clamshell half and secure it with the screws. Now install the clutch and chuck assembly. I'll line it up with the transmission and then rotate the chuck until the drill shaft engages into the transmission. Once it's aligned, I'll secure it with the screws. And we'll replace the rear cap.